Alright, what is up guys? Today we're going to be doing a commentary over Perfect Cherry Blossom Extra Stage on my first clear. Yeah, my first clear is really messy. So yeah, especially in the later spell cards. But anyways, for the first part, you want when these green and blue bullets come down, you want to kind of like trail them, I guess. It's nothing really too difficult. Okay, for this part, I like to move from one side of the screen to the other, and then after like 2 of these waves, I like to switch directions. And yeah, it should be pretty easy. And then for this part, when I like to try to kill the fairies as soon as they show up on screen, so I don't have to deal with all the bullets. And it's pretty easy to do, like they don't spawn that quickly. Here I like to stay in the middle of the screen and then move left and right according to where the bullets are shot, like which direction the bullets are shot. And here, again, just trail bullets. Okay, and then here Chen comes into the stage. Just get ready because she immediately shoots a really fast shot at you, like right here. And just move a little bit to the left or right. And then here, fit through the gaps, and then just move a little bit to the right or left again when that blue shot is shot at you. Okay, here, blue Oni, red Oni. You want to start in the middle of the screen and then work your way down. All these shots are shot, like these bullets are shot directly at you. So just move left or right in one direction. And then there should only be 3 shots if you're at full power mode, so it's not too difficult. Okay, so for this spell card, you want to stay on the inside of Chen, but once she moves to the middle of the screen, then that's when you want to move to the edge of the screen and move through the bullets. The pattern's kind of like, movement's kind of weird. I guess if you don't really understand, you could just try to mimic what I'm doing. And there's a 1-up drop, so that's nice. Here, again, nothing too difficult, just take note that some of these bullets can be shot right at you, and then if you don't move away fast enough, then you can just get hit without knowing it, really. And near the end, again, get ready for these green and blue bullets. Okay, so here what I like to do is just stay near the bottom of the screen and try to dodge. If it does get too messy, then I usually just bomb it. Here, you just start on one side of the screen and work your way to the other for each one of these waves. Okay, and here I like to start on the bottom left middle, move my way to the center, then move my way back to the bottom left middle, and then move to the right. So yeah. Now onto the actual boss section of this stage. Again, the pattern for boss stages is it's like the same, where there's like, the main difficulty lies in the actual spell cards, and then the part before it is just like a transition. Okay, so for this spell card, I like to stay in the middle, and then move to the right a little bit last second. And just look at the closest bullet to you, so that first bullet, and then you can easily tell whether it's aimed at you or not, and then if it is, just move a little bit over. If it's not, then you can just wait for the next wave. Okay, here there's a 1-up drop, but then like it doesn't give you much time before the next transition. So if you aren't fast enough, then you might have to bump. Bullets do get a little bit tight here, I'm not gonna lie. I've died many times to that. Okay, so for this one, you want to move to the bottom right corner and then dodge from there. I think I had lost concentration or something. I don't know what happened, but I like just stayed in the middle. But anyways, as you can see, I moved to the bottom right here. And the only big worry is the blue butterfly bullets. Everything else is pretty easy to dodge. Okay, and this one is similar to the last transition, or last pre-spell card, but there's a lot less knives. Okay, so for the lasers, I just like to start on the left or the right, and then start on the left and move my way to the right. And then on the second shot, move all the way to the right to give myself room to move backwards. And if you're full power mode, there should only be 4 lasers shot, or like 4 waves shot. Okay, here the rings of the blue ring of knives are aimed directly at you, so just move a little bit to the right or left every couple of waves. Okay, in my opinion, this is probably one of the hardest spell cards in this entire stage. Just because I feel like, I don't know, there's a lot to focus on, and then sometimes you just run out of room because you get unlucky, or things like that. And not to mention these terrible hitboxes. And yeah. I end up bombing twice here, I believe. So yeah, get better than losing a life, I suppose. Okay, here I think the transition is kind of hard. And then here I try to like die on purpose, or like so my border does a screen clear, but then I mess it up. I did it too late, so I just end up bombing. Okay, this one, this spell card like gave me a lot of trouble. I don't know. I felt like the movement was really weird for me, but what I end up doing is just moving up and down, and basically just trying to time out the spell card. Honestly, my strat is really terrible. Like, in order to time this out, you have to be like very perfect in how you move, and to do that for like 90 seconds is, or is it 60? I think it's 60 seconds. To do that for 60 seconds is quite difficult. That's why my record is pretty terrible. I think it's better. I've seen people do it from by moving side to side, and I think it's a lot better. Okay, here, a good thing to note is that the knives are shot in sets of 3. So if you dodge the first wave, and you'll dodge the next 2 waves shot in that set. But that doesn't really make sense. Hopefully you can tell by looking at the shots that 3 of them are exactly identical. Okay, right here, there's an audio cue for the transition, so just listen to that. And then you just move in a tight circle around the ball, the center. And then once it goes back to the blue lasers, move back to the bottom so you can get the damage. Okay, here I try to rush and move past the next section, but honestly, I probably could have just moved backward and I wouldn't have died. Okay, here it doesn't give you, okay wait, here there's gonna be 2 types of shots. So there's gonna be a slow green knife shot and then a bunch of fast ones. On there, I took a death on purpose. But anyways, once you dodge the fast wave and like look to see where you are relative to all the green knives, and then figure out where to move from there. Okay, so here you want to move against the grain, and then make sure you're not directly on the bottom of the screen because there's bullets gonna come from underneath as well. So stay a little bit higher than normal. And then watch out for the bunch of knives coming down after as well. Okay, here it doesn't give you a lot of time, so I bombed here. But basically it's just a bunch of really fast green knives shot directly at you. So again, just throw bullets and then do the thing where if you're close to the edge, dash over a little bit, so it gives you space to move back over. And then besides that, it should be really easy. Okay, this spell card. Basically, the only time you really need to worry about Chen is when she's approaching the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, just focus on Rand's blue bullets. Because sometimes if you get too focused on where Chen is, you don't notice Rand's bullets and then you just run into them or something. So yeah, when Chen approaches the bottom of the screen, just move up. And here, I probably should have died. Got lucky. Okay, this spell card. The timeout, Rand's timeout spell card has by far given me the most trouble. Like, my brain just stops working with this spell card. Like, there's so much, like my brain just tries to focus on too many things at once, and then I just overthink and just end up running into bullets. You'll see what I mean, because I do it quite a lot. But, like, the one tip I'd probably give for this is, like, when you're try to only move in one direction at a time, so either in the up or like up and down or left or right. And then when you do so, only pay attention to the bullets that are moving perpendicular to your movement. Yeah, see here, I just end up running into bullets. Yeah. Okay, here you get bullets shot from the corners towards you now, and honestly, if you're not trying to beat the spell card, I mean, just bomb this part. It's quite difficult to dodge these bullets, and it's quite hard to see them coming as well, because they're coming from all four corners. Okay, last spell card. I honestly think this is one of the easier spell cards. There are noticeable like gaps that you can just stay in, and you really don't have to move that much. It's basically like a safe spot, if you will. So at first, the spell card is really easy, but as you progress further and further, more bullets are shot, and that's where it can get quite difficult. So nothing really to worry about now. When the yellow bullets are shot out, that's when it starts to get a little bit difficult. So it'll happen in a second. Right now, as you can see, there are like noticeable gaps between the red bullets, and that's where you want to stay, in between. The big gaps between the red bullets, and those are usually the safe spots. Here, I end up moving out of it for some reason, and I have to bomb as a result. But yeah, I mean, if you do get stuck, you can just bomb and then recover. It's not... Yeah, so anyways, that's my run for the extra stage. Honestly, I think this is way easier than the previous game's extra stage, EOSD's. Well, and then, like, this isn't the only extra stage, there's also a Phantasma stage, which you unlock after, like, I don't know, but like it's unlockable, and then like it's basically the extra stage, but a lot harder. It's like a harder version of the extra stage, so hopefully that will be a little bit harder in difficulty. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys.